the teamless genius.
And the last two players, Liquid Hero and CM Storm Bolt.
Now, if you direct your eyes to the screens up on the main stage, we'll actually get the chance to see what units these players have. The top team has Carrier, Queen, Baneling, and something. That's a Hellion, LOL. That is the caster side of things. And of course, on the opposing team, it looks like Oracle, Queen, Siege Tank.
Siege Tank.
Well, I mean, that honestly sounds bad.
Now, the types of strategies you can develop in mono battles varies depending on the players, of course, and how much they want to have fun. Now, we want to see what happens in the first couple minutes because Mr. Bitter's saying seriously. I don't know what that means in Korean. My Korean's not that good yet. But
neither is Mr. Bitter's.
Yeah, apparently. But some of the strategies I've seen is that they'll try to block off part of the map with anything they can build, even some SimCity going on, in order to allow the players that have the later game units to reach that point. Apparently, Liquid Hero, give us some tips to Mr. Bitter.
Oh! No, Greetorp trash talks in the wrong direction. A fatal misclick for that teammate. Now keep in mind, Rotterdam is our carriering player. The Zerg here, Mr. User, is going to be building all the mass queens. Here, Greetorp, much like his personality, is going mass Baneling, and this is the Hellion roasting Mr. Bitter. Now, Pult-Eye is also, looks like, going to be doing a little bit of mass queenage. It's never particularly good ever under any circumstance, but that's what he's forced to do. Now, Ghost User's being intelligent. Up here in this top side base, Scarlet is not going to be having units for a while. It's a siege tank play, but oh, Scarlet, is she going to find the proxy? Now, don't get too excited. Scarlet can't build units right now.
But that information is crucial, especially seeing this command center being built. But also look at the placement coming from Scarlet, blocking off part of that corridor on that section. And Gosu User going to be building that hatchery to try to spawn anything he can, that Overlord seeing it. But again, like I talked about, Day 9, you've covered this many times in your Day 9 daily, so I'm sure a lot of people watch here out in the audience. They're big fans of it. How would you rate the first couple minutes of the battle? Does it even matter when we hit the 5-minute, 6-minute, 7-minute mark?
Well, I think that's the important thing to note in a 4v4. Doing things that are intelligent are not correct, because if you play like a fool and, for instance, go for 3 hatch in random places like Pult, you're going to have a good time, win or lose. But if you're Rotterdam and you're going, what is a cannon doing here, really? Let's be honest, Rotterdam. Are you scared of Zerglings? Come on, guy. Get the carriers faster. You can always get a second Stargate. Oh. Now, this will allow Ghost User to build tech queens.
We also want to say a special thank you to Philips Norelco for providing us with this match. Make sure to hashtag WCS Philips Norelco. Now looking at the placement again in some of these buildings, Rotterdam has just dropped the fleet beacon. He's going to continue to try to reach that tech to make it up to the carrier. Now carrier unit that we haven't seen a whole lot at this tournament, but I'm actually glad to see it as one of the randomized units because some people have some signs out there for the carrier.
Yeah, you know, I've really missed the carrier in competitive play. Looks like Genius and Liquid Hero going to be going for the double-double, which in America is actually a type of hamburger.
Scarlet's got her siege tank out, doing damage. Oh, Evolution Chamber's being traded instead of the drone actually being killed, still staying alive and blocking this building.
An aggressive building rush by Ghost User will fall short to things that deal damage.
And Greetorp has got the Zerglings out on the map, and he's storming into the other side
but these
of his
Zerglings
opponents.
Can't attack. They're duds. This is just scouting. They literally have been defanged because he has Banelings as his unit.
And here comes CM Storm's Queens moving out here. Bolt with the Queens, going to see those Zerglings saying, get out of my territory, as he's going to have some of his creep continue to spread. Liquid here with the Oracle now moving across. He's going to be having a little more
Mr. Bitter. Oh, no. Oh, no. The Hellions they're going to try to lean back and fire upward, but Uh-oh, wrong sentence at the wrong time. He's gonna run back. Now, just to note, cannons in the mineral line. Queens and spores in the mineral line. Queens and spores in the mineral line. Absolutely nothing at all in the mineral line.
Genius is going to continue to harass into the base of Greetor.
What?
And here
What
goes
is
for
that?
the dance.
What is that dance? I didn't know. A Liquid Hero really is the greatest Protoss known to man. The dancing skills are uncanny.
The Disco Ball Oracle is a beautiful sight to see. Genius is going to continue to hold pressure on anyone that moves across that side. And here comes Scarlet with the siege tanks, and one carrier is on the map.
Courier has arrived. So good. Genius gonna join up with his little Oracle friends. Hero, can you make Oracles dance again?
Scarlet sent over her barracks here. Rotterdam's going to take it out with those interceptors.
Okay.
Quickly.
Like, now I know action's happening. One sec. No. Come on. What? This isn't a real game.
It's slash dance.
All right. Barracks fall. Some other things go down. No. Come on. One time. Hero, one time. Like, we might have to
do it.
Security.
You can do it, Hero.
Make them dance. Make them dance. I'm going. Oh. Come on. Just dance. Dance. No. Oh my God. He's gonna dance within range. Oh, Scarlet, hashtag rollout. Oh.
Is he spreading out the oracles to try to dance at the same time?
Oh!
He is! A beautiful sight from Hero, and Scarlet continues to push up with those siege tanks, devastating the front line of Mr. Bitter. And the Oracles are going to continue to give that air cover as Scarlet is rolling in to destroy the rest of Bitter's base.
A big banana grin, no doubt, somewhere on his face. Potentially by his mouth.
Bitter's going to send a couple more Hellions over here. Bitter asking to switch teams. Too late.
Alliances are locked in this position. I mean, clutch. Tell me, how is Team Caster gonna withstand this?
Well, Bitter's out. He just sent his last Hellions. They just died, so he's going to have to pull back. Maybe throw some minerals over to his team if that's possible. Oracle's going to continue harassing here from Genius and Hero into Greetorp's base. His Banelings did not do enough damage. The commentator team, the caster team's on the ropes, but Goso user looks like he's going to have a massive drop of queens heading in to Scarlet's base.
I like it. Uh-oh. Rotterdam's carrier's in mid. Now remember, the carrier is the strongest unit in the mana battle because most things can't kill a carrier, especially when it's Oracle, Siege Tank Queen.
It's very true. One of Hero's Oracles goes down, and Rotterdam is going to be on the warpath. He's going to have to concentrate on the production. It looks like he's going to target Pulp first, heading down to the bottom right-hand corner.
Carrier's out of position. There's the target fire on the building. Uh-oh, Queens accidentally don't abase. Now they're going to base. Greetorp's having a rough time.
These Queens are trying to do as much damage as they can. They drop straight on that tank, and they're going to continue to do a lot of damage against the production facilities. Engineering Bay is not going to be targeted initially, as the Queens are going to focus on the command center and maybe move further north, but the Queens are going to move so quickly that this one tank from Scarlet is going to take down at least one. Nope, transfuses are going to go in between Ghoster's Queens, and another tank's going to come out from Scarlet. There's Sim City again from Scarlet holding back those Queens. But those transfuses means that this Queen train is not going to die.
A bunch of Queens doing their impression of me running the mile. We see Rotterdam. Oh, Hero with the dance. Suicides with style. Gosu user. Ripping down the main base of Scarlet. Uh-oh, Genius gonna swing on in. Oh, can you transfuse in time? No, Overlords.
You could say that Genius's Oracles were the dancing queen in that scenario.
Hey. Looks like an incredible invasion from Team Pro Gamer. How many carriers are on the field? 3 carriers. What has been going on? Rotterdam has so few carriers at this point in time. I don't know if he can withstand this force of Queens.
No, this force is going to be huge. Scarlet with the tanks and Pult with the Queens are going to be storming in to Rotterdam's base in just a moment. Genius with so many oracles moving in. Scarlet takes down the rocks.
Uh-oh. Things are about to get ridiculous.
And here come the carriers with the interceptors, trying to focus down the queens. Queens are going to transfuse back and forth. This is going to be a healing party going between, but Genius moves in with the oracles, and now Scarlet sieges up so many tanks.
Uh-oh. Kaboom, boom, boom goes down the front line. Now the real issue for Rotterdam is not his carrier. Ha! LOL, says Hero. That guy is the man. only 8 interceptors out right now. There's currently more carriers than interceptors. No. Looks like Polt's just shooting them down.
He's continually trying to produce them as the carriers move away, but that slow crawl from the queens is going to move closer and closer. But Scarlet has taken the left flank and will stop any movement coming out of Gosu User as his queens are going to get annihilated. Baneling's still on the way from Greetorp, and is it enough to try to destroy these tanks? Probably not, but it's going to be a sight to see.
Get there. Queens continue to advance for Polt. Right now, 16 interceptors might be able to take down 1 queen. Might be able to take down 1 queen. Might be able to take down might be able to take down 1 queen.
Nope, still alive, still going.
Might be able to get a single queen.
Looking at the kills, 4 kills so far on that queen. Another transfuse, queen stays alive. 5 kills on the queen. Will he run out of energy before he runs out of interceptors? Interceptors continually going down. Couriers trying to kill that queen, still left alive. 9 kills on the queen. 1 more interceptor left alive, but a couple more are produced. This is going to be a continual firefight. Rotterdam is sad.
The corpse of Mr. Bitter is being buried for the 3rd time this game. Oracles. Oh, Hero! Uh-oh, Scarlet with the betrayal. The traitorous Scarlet fights for team commentator. And that actually might have lost their team the game.
It's quite possible because that was all the anti-air they had against those couriers. And now
Never
Rotterdam.
mind. I'm sorry, I found some more anti-air.
Oh, okay. There it is. Rotterdam's going to be on the warpath, though, against these tanks. Just for a little bit. They'll humor him for a while until he probably crosses halfway through the map. Mr. Bitter's base is trying to move across the map, but the queens from Polt are on the chase. He only has a couple more buildings left before he's out of the game. Declares scouting base.
Then I believe he's going to have a couple of burning structures that will burn down to death. Mr. Bitter's lone factory just representing what once was someone who built Hellions.
As
Oracles?
if the factory is about to go down. 1 hit point left. Now it's only a command center, orbital command.
Mr. Bitter's buildings need to avoid these buildings. Oracles from Hero and Genius getting ready to do a Baneling strike. Greetorp, he's trying to spore his way to success.
He's
Carrier
got
count's so high.
The carrier count is high. Now Greetorp from the south and the carrier count from the north could be a good push from the caster team here, but the Banelings are going to be burrowed for a bit until Greetorp decides when the final push will go. And he is building a couple of these spine crawlers, so he's not out yet. He still wants to keep the fight going, especially keeping Rotterdam alive long enough to keep the carriers going. Now he's going to push in against Scarlet here, who has a number of tanks. So many tanks up near her base, but the carriers are going to take him out.
Rotterdam's probably bit 50,000 interceptors in this game. Polt's asking where are the carriers, and I think I know why he's asking where they are, because wouldn't be surprised to see a lot of queens for him somewhere on the map. Oh, there they are. Found them. Queens versus queens, gonna color change it to red and blue. Queens and tanks generally beat just good old queens and overlords.
Scarlet's still target firing Polt. Looks like a lot of vengeance is in this matchup between the 2 players here. But those interceptors, again, not going to be able to hold against all these transfusing queens. But here come the Banelings from Greetorp.
Oh! A nice move from Dr. Greetorp, getting all the Banelings up. Players die multiple times in 4v4s, especially mono battle 4v4s. Uh-oh.
Scarlet's able to nullify the danger that was Greetorp for a bit, but he's going to try to move the Banelings in to the other side of the flank. Does he kill at least 1 queen? No, not with that many Banelings in. Transfuses brings him back to 100% health.
Carrier count down to the low 4, and the only person who can be taking them down is Polt, who's up to 41 queens in this game.
41 queens, and they're not the fastest or the strongest of attack, but if you have enough of them, they're going to stay alive long enough to get the kills necessary. CM Storm Polt's just continue that creep spread on the south side of the map and continue that push with those queens as he does clean up one of Rotterdam's bases.
Well, I mean the carriers have not really gotten the opportunity to rip down any of the oracles. Oh, Hero loves those oracles so much. Now, overlords are chasing carriers. I swear to God, this is happening. Rotterdam's gonna retreat to somewhere safe, but where's safe when there's that many oracles dancing?
And the CM Storm Bolt drop of the Queens is going to focus fire down all of the interceptors one by one until the couriers are on the run.
Colts, whose anti-air was critical in this game. I mean, Clutch, what great moves we're seeing out of the Korean pro.
This is why they are the best of the best, Sean. And Bolt, when it comes to Queens, even as a Terran player, you have to know how they work, not just how to kill them, but also how to play them.
Well, Greetorp gives the face-shaped GG. Uh-oh, one player has been eliminated. But oh, so to fall down the beautiful, beautiful oracles of Liquid Hero. Just wait a little bit longer, Ben. No, Ben. You got a command center. 2 have fallen. It's all up to Rotterdam. Can he stay alive in this game?
He's going to be chasing the tanks of Scarlet. She moves back across to the other side of the map. The couriers will be on the chase, but they're actually going to stop and try to move back and focus some of the overlords, perhaps, if he can find it from Holt. But Gosu User may have a drop of his own here in a second.
It's all up to Rotterdam and Gosu User. How many queens are on the map? 35 for Polt, 18 for Gosu User. Tank count at 20 for Scarlet, 35 oracles for Genius. He's so good at the oracle button. But the 7 carriers, the big deciding factor, the key battle may begin.
Gosu User does have a couple of queens of his own in those overlords and is waiting for Rotterdam to initiate the push. But here comes Polt with his queen drop as well, along with plenty of oracles from Genius. And they are going to completely destroy all of the queens from Gosu User. And
Genius's oracles!
The oracles continue to stop any of the ground movement from those queens. And now Polt's going to pull back and drop the queens to the back as he's continually transfusing, and the couriers are trying to stay alive just over the hill here. It's going to be a slow push of death from all of these queens from Polt, or he can lift up and drop to the base of Rotterdam.
Well, right now it's going to have to be big defense for Gosu Dam.
Well, here's Gosu User trying to physically block the push of Polt with those sport crawlers. Gosu User with the frowny face thinking that it's over. And now the queens continue destroying all these interceptors. It's a battle of building the interceptors versus the healing the queens, and Polt is winning out every time. And here comes Scarlet with a couple tanks waiting to destroy what's left of the caster team.
I mean, some players might ask, how do you kill mass queens? Rotterdam says, how do you kill a queen? He types GG. Will he leave or will it be a fake? Oh, the pros have won!
Polt showing how to go mass queen in a 4v4, but also Scarlet having fun with the tanks. And I have to really give it to Rotterdam, man, being able to hold so long, get so many queens, but Polt just pressing the transfuse button every time with one hand to keep himself alive.
I thought that it was one of the worst compositions possible, with double Oracle, tank, queen, versus anything plus carriers. But with Ben dying so smoothly in the early game, and then in the mid game, and then in the late game, the pros were able to achieve victory. Greetorp still had a blast, literally.
He did. And we all had a blast, especially with the dancing oracles.
Dancing oracle's the real winner. Oh my God, Hero. Little disco balls.
I wish we had a couple of those because everyone knows I love to dance and I love to celebrate. So if we did have a couple disco balls or maybe some oracles that floated, I'm sure we would use it. But unfortunately, we do not have that technology on Earth yet for dancing oracles. Soon. Trademark
Soon.
Blizzard. Soon, yes. We will have them in real life. That was a lot of fun. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up one more time for the players and the casters. I have to fly home with them. They're going to be talking about strategy, what they could have done better, what went wrong. That's going to be a fun conversation for the next